I'm glad that you are here. I am so glad that you are here. And I'm glad that you came back, if you have come back. And I'm glad that you found us. And I'm glad that the universe worked its way to get this video to you. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, because we are the #1 growth spot on the interwebs. All right, today's video is going to be about the importance of knowing who you are. So without further ado, you know why you're here, and let's just get to it. Ain't nothing to it. Like a... All right, so I feel like majority of my life, before I like really changed my mindset, was because I was letting the whole world tell me who I was. I know it's easy, right? It's easy to let your parents tell you who you are. It's easy to let the rest of your family, even really close friends and society, tell you who you are. And obviously it's because we're in a place where we don't know any better, and we trust the people who we love the most, who have taken care of us the most, and who have guided us the most, to lead us to a path where we will be successful and happy and all of the things, right? And so we kind of just blindly go for it, and we blindly follow what they say. And so for the longest time, for as long as I can remember, I was told that like the way to success in this world is to go to college, get your degree, and get a higher up job due to the degree, and get paid and really well, and that's it. That's like all you gotta do. Okay, that's literally all they said. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of simple. But then I was like, obviously life went on, and you had to get to a point where you're in high school, and they're kind of like asking you, okay, no, for real, like what the fuck do you want to do? Like, you've been asked your whole life, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they're just kind of like, they don't really take you too seriously. And I admire all of the people who know since they were like young what they wanted to be, because that's amazing. And to have a family who doesn't just like, oh, that's cute, you know, like will actually like, oh, okay, well then let's explore this idea. I feel like that's one of the things parents, me as a parent at least, I'm not going to speak about anybody else, so me as a parent is definitely something that I want to really nourish in my kids, is like any passion that they show for like anything, like let's explore it in any way possible that we can in this moment while you are young. And if you eventually grow out of it, then you grow out of it. And it doesn't have to always be like, oh, one passion means that's what you'll do for the rest of your life, and that's what's going to bring you happiness. Like, sure, it can bring you happiness and all that, but we are more than just one thing. We are always evolving. Definitely growing up in a family where I was told that basically anything I actually wanted to pursue or thought in the moment that I wanted to pursue for the rest of my life, which that's a really loaded question, by the way, it would just be shut down. So like obviously that's gonna like diminish my self-esteem. It's like you're shutting down basically who I know I am and what brings me happiness and what I would want to pursue in this world to try to make a living, you know? And I think it's very important that, like, while they meant very much so, they meant very well that, like, oh, you know, you probably shouldn't become a dancer. You can only dance for so long, you know, dancers and artists don't make much money. And that's because they grew up in a world like that. Oh, well, all the people who are successful is because they went to college. It's because they had a degree, and it's because they had a stable job. I get that. I get that now. I didn't get that in the moment, and it's very frustrating when all these people are telling you you can't pursue your dreams for X, Y, and Z. But definitely when I shifted my mindset, it allowed me to open up my perspective and stop blaming my family, mostly my parents, for not allowing me to be me, really. I shifted my mindset. It allowed me to open up my perspective, to open up and my understanding and loving eventually, because it did take a while. I had to work through it. I did blame my family for where I've gotten, but it's really my responsibility. Like I said, they were only doing what they could and what they knew and what they thought would be best. And so at one point you have to forgive them, even though it hurt you so much, and not necessarily for them, but for you. Because when you forgive somebody who has done you wrong, done you dirty, doesn't mean that what they did was right, doesn't justify anything that they did to you. It just means that you're letting go of that pain. You're cutting that like chain off of you that you don't necessarily have to actually bring around with you. Because in this moment of time, you have a choice to choose what you want to believe. Do you want to continue to believe through the lens of the pain and what has happened, what has been said to you, what has been done to you? Or do you want to break free and decide in this moment to look at the world a different way, or to see that somehow all of what you went through did manage to help you in some way grow into the person who you're meant to become in this moment, in order to make this decision, in order to continue growing? Woo! Hope you guys got something out of this that will help you move forward, at least in today. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining in, being part of the community. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That's my little magic. I don't know. Something that keeps you going. And you are part of this. You are ever evolving. Until next time.